left off from earlier when I was doing the videos, and then both of them cut off because I was a busybody moving around. But I was also trying to find receipts and stuff like that from what I'm speaking on, and I do have to renege on what I've said before. According to the receipts on there, I did say I don't know where my child, even though this is still not, it shouldn't be deeply offensive, but whatever. Some people is just so sensitive or overly sensitive, or just try to make sure that they find and have a reason to try to say something at you, say something to, and I said at you because that's how they did. They came at me, but say something to you to be on the defense or whatever. But anyway, I did say I don't know where my son got that type of risk taken from. It ain't my side. And then his mom chimed in and she was like, well, what side did he get it from? And she was like on the defense and already just ready to go with me. And I'm like, baby, wait, just calm down. We can have a discussion about this. And she never brought it up. Any other time we interacted with each other, she never said to me, what did you mean by what you posted on there or anything like that? And I didn't want to be confrontational or anything like that, but I always want to have these conversations with people. One thing I do realize, people love their parents. They, they love their mom. I'm in that number. Just the usual, you love your parents, but so you tend to feel like they can't do no wrong, but baby, they can do some wrong. And again, this lady was just self-professed. She self-professed who she was and represented it in my presence. So, I don't really have no sympathy or anything regarding his feelings towards her. And that's just what it is. But yeah, I ended up finding the receipts. I found what I initially said and everything. And then I found, just going back to the jail thing, I found the video that I was looking at the night of when the girl, who I feel like she operates in some type of way by tapping into whatever his mom carried while she was alive, and then even when she, when she went to the grave, something regarding death and even suicide type stuff even, but yeah, regarding death and and I don't know what type of relationship or whatever she had with his mom, because she called her seemingly an endearing term or whatever, and it was weird to me. It was definitely weird, because for you to just tell me that you're having sex with him, but then you're referring to his mom as basically a mama type to you or whatever the case. I don't really want to go deep on that, because that thing was twisted to me. Yeah, I don't know, but she was basically representing for this lady, posting up gravestone pictures and stuff like that on her page, and I almost want to get the actual receipts for that, but then again, I'm just like, honey, that's where I'll just leave well enough alone. But yeah, so yeah, it's like she was basically like a representative for this lady who was already self-professed as somebody diabolical, and so she had reached out or whatever. That was the one time. That was in December of 2018. That was December the 13th, 2018. Probably around 10ish, and around 9 something is when I seen the video that I'm going to include as the thumbnail, just to highlight the name of the channel that it was on. And so when I seen it, I was like, what type of witchcraft, what type of sorcery is this? But seriously, and I didn't even realize that it was on. I had to look back and pay attention that it was on his mom's birthday, and it was what she referred to herself as, and it was just some creepy stuff. Like, me talking about it is literally freaking creepy. It kind of creeps me out, because it's like, y'all some scary folks. Like, y'all really make me feel like the boogeyman is real. Like, not just on TV. But yeah, and I'm in another location. I'm in the living room, but emphasis on living. But yeah, the same. And honestly, that lady sat in this very living room right here, and you know what I'm saying, we had some discussions or whatever, before she was gone. And um, we talked about some stuff, and yeah, this is where she committed something foul against me regarding my child. And I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't play that. So, some people say, may she rest in peace or power or whatever. Or no, not, she said not in power. They said may she rest in peace and not in power. I can't even, honestly, I can't say that. I mean, we all should desire to when it's our time, but if you can't rest and you still operating through people and stuff like that after you pass on, I just don't know what it is. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? I don't be wanting to touch that with a 10-foot pole. But, yeah, so anyway, the girl said that. I said what I said to her. I told her, I said, well, usually when I have a conversation with whoever he's dealing with or whatever the case may be, I don't know how y'all gonna take this after we get off the phone. And of course, show her truth. She ain't waste no time showing her true colors. She started inboxing me talking about, I'm gonna go to my lawyer. Like, for one, you initiated a conversation with me, so you need to, if you're going to your lawyer, you better call him on yourself. For even bothering with me. I'm at home. I'm not even connecting. I'm not even saying nothing to you. I'm talking and communicating with him or trying to. But you're messaging me on his dead mama's birthday? Come on now, girl. Um, do something with yourself. I was gonna say play me better, but that's just one of them cliche lines. But no, don't play me better, honey. Play yourself better or whatever you want to do. I don't know. But anyway, she was just saying all types of stuff. And then she ended up telling, I read some of it, but a lot of it went to my spam, so I don't remember. And then, of course, I emptied out my spam. I could have had all types of evidence and things against her or whatever, but I chose not. Because one thing about me, I always say, God sees what y'all are doing. He sees, He knows, He knows these conversations y'all have. He knows what I'm doing behind my closed doors. He knows what y'all doing and discussing behind closed doors. And yeah, I think in one of them she started saying you're not untouchable. It's like, dang, this is early in the so-called game. Like, I don't even know I didn't know you exist. I figured, somebody else was there because he wasn't around me. But that was the thing, he was not going back and forth and all that, not for the most part anyway. Now, he did try it, and what he did was, of course, taking my children over there. And then when he came in, when we did link back up, because we didn't, from December of 2017, not again until August of 2018, and link back up, and it was him, forcing himself on me. I'm gonna say this, it became consensual after he forced himself on me. And he honestly told our boys to stay in the living room. He told me to turn music up and stuff. And because I hadn't been with anybody else, I'm still caring and concerned about him. Meanwhile, he whole out living with somebody else and doing his fizzle. So that's that. And I don't know if this is the night we made a video. Like, we made some, a video or two or whatever. I don't think this was that time, but yeah. But I don't know. It could have been, because this is when he was concocting his plan, wanting to make videos with me, I guess, to be able to show her. I guess he would make her joke. Not, I don't know if he was trying to show her, but for her to come across it or something like that. And just, for some drama to ensue. So it was just crazy. And so, after December of 2018, I told her to stop. Well, I started putting posts on Facebook just to let it be known that, what I'm saying, this is going on. I got some drama trying to show up for whoever need to know and and document it. I don't know if anybody, care, pay attention or anything, but I just was putting it basically like a paper trail for me. Because I didn't know what was next. And this person right here seemed crazy, because you're initiating something with me, then you want to let me know what y'all doing behind closed doors. And I let you know, I don't want my kids around that, because he came in here and messed around with me, but then he sat down and eating with you like y'all are family, and you know what I'm saying, and showing my kids that. And then he went in the room with you, and my son seen that. Oh, he went in the room with you, then he went in, and then my son started getting curious. Mom, what is my dad doing in the room with you? And so of course he Okay, so if he doing that in the room with you, then he's in the room doing this with another, you know. So now we're not gonna do that confusion or whatever. And have me clearing that up. And so the girl went on too. She started saying, "Well, could they? Can your boy? I talked to both other moms. Can your boys come over here? Can this, that, and the third?" And just kept on asking them. I said, "No, respectfully, no. I don't want them over there." But also, their dad hadn't acted on bringing them over there except that one time in August. And then when he did that in August, he said, "Oh, she probably not gonna let him come over here again." And I'm telling you, that's been 2018. It's 2021. Basically around the same time. It's still the same month or whatever. And yeah, this is like a couple days shy of when he did it. So what's that? 1921. That's 3 years ago. And I thank God for it. I'm glad that my sons haven't stepped foot back over there. And even when I ended up doing the jail time, the 5 days left, they didn't. You know, so that was his opportunity to bring them over there. If he wanted them there, he could have did whatever he wanted with his kids, but he didn't. So I just started feeling like, well, damn, he don't even want his kids over there. He want to sit over there and whatever, but he don't even want them over there. But I also feel like he can change up with the quickness and decide, you know. But he was saying certain stuff in my inbox, like, I want to get them on the weekends. Never did. So I'm like, okay, you saying this, but your actions, you never getting them. And so she just kept on. And even up until last year, when I did see her face to face, she was still saying, they can come over here. And I'm sitting there like, to me, it's been it's been already two years, 3 years or whatever, and he have not brought them over there. So why are you still saying that? And this at this point, it's already beyond disrespect, but you know what I'm saying, at this point it's definite disrespect. It's like, you keep saying that, and then you've already shown yourself to be nasty towards me. Why would I, in my right mind as a mother, allow my kids to go somewhere around somebody that's basically, you something ain't right with you? So I'm not gonna willingly do that, you know what I'm saying? I always pray, let it be done according to God's will. But that's not, you know what I'm saying? So one thing I can say is, if I don't like nothing else, don't appreciate nothing else, I'm glad he haven't took my kids over there. I'm doing everything I can to maintain and keep them over here. And that's when she tried to explain to me, yeah, I did this with them. I took care. Honey, I don't need you to take care of my kids. I can take care of my own kids. I'm in their life. I like to be an actively involved parent. Even though my daughter is not here, I still wish and desire to be the actively involved parent, period, with all my children. This one was just taken away and kept away from me. And I think that's, you know what I'm saying, that's definitely one of the worst things you can do. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's the doctor taking your child to the nursery. I was playing. But yeah, not that extreme, but don't do that. And don't try to interfere with me and my children. Hey, you shouldn't even try to interfere with nobody's happy home, no relationship, no nothing like that. But can't even say that this home was happy and all that. So girl, I'm not gonna fight you over again. Community penis. A male that have shown himself to go out here and just sleep with different females or whatever, and then try to keep on. No, I'm good. But he moseyed on over here in 2019. So from 2018, 2019, he kept on still coming by every now and then. Maybe he came by like once or twice. But one thing, he came by on the girl's birthday. And at the time, I didn't know it was her birthday. Now, her birthday is April the 20th. I guess she was born in 85 or whatever, but her birthday is that day, and he came over that night or whatever. I guess he might have been busy, I don't know, but I didn't think none of it. But that night, he was definitely showing forth some crazy stuff. He started like trying to pull my hair real hard, almost from my scalp, and that's what it was feeling like. And then he was, what else did he do? Pull my hair real hard. It was just crazy. And before that, I had seen the Baphomet sign show up, like on the TV, on something on the TV or whatever. It was crazy to me. And of course, Baphomet sign, 666, all that stuff coincides, and Antichrist spirit, all of that. So I'm like, wait a minute. And then it was, God just started showing me that regarding these birthdays and these dates and stuff like that. He told me to pay attention to dates, and I started to. And so then I didn't realize it was the girl's birthday probably until the end of was it 2020? Hold on. I said this was 2019. I didn't realize it was the girl's birthday either to the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, something like that. And I'm like, wait a minute. And he had done this before with the girl that he had the baby on me with prior to. And he was with her the whole time, but then he'll, on their birthday, he comes over to me. So I don't know what kind of ritual or what kind of foolishness that is. Like it's some crazy stuff. And so like I'm literally freaking myself out just talking about this. Like all I can say is thank you God for keeping me because that I really was connected to. Of course it's demonic, but heathenistic pit of hell type foulness part. I mean, so he comes over here, yeah, he deals with me or whatever, and he and again, I'm still basically feeling in love and sprung and all this because this is the only man that I've been with basically in the last decade. Meanwhile, you with everybody. And shit, one of his brothers told me when he was alive, because his brother is deceased too. His brother, I said, "Who ain't you with such and such?" And I named the girl. And he was like, "I'm with everybody." So maybe he had that similar or same spirit too. Just sticking your penis in everybody and this and the third. And that is just, honey, I did certain stuff when I was young or whatever, but as we get older, I get you thinking, this ain't what we need to be out here doing. So anyway, he came over for her birthday, this and the third. I didn't meet, and then after that, I just didn't hear from him probably until like May. He do some crazy stuff, and that was that. We communicated a little bit or whatever. He kept telling me to drop child support and this and the third, and I'm just sitting here like, boy, get your life. Um, Come May, he always asked me to send pictures of my breasts and stuff like that, and so I would or whatever, and I mean, I was just used to that from the whole time I dealt with him. That's what he mainly asked for. So then, it's so funny because my breasts have gotten, or seemingly gotten bigger, but yeah, goodness, what's that? Okay, so then the next time, May, June. Then the next one was June the 23rd or so. And that was, if it was 2019, that was a year later to the date from when his brother got killed from the prior year. And again, I'm like, okay, we cool, whatever, and good, whatever. I was happy to see him again and all that, whatever. Because again, I still hadn't been with nobody else. I was back communicating with somebody that was in another country, but I wasn't with anybody else. So it was that, and then had my sights set on my little celebrity crush friend. I ain't gonna call him my friend, but my little celebrity crush, that dude. And so, and I'm gonna get to if I don't get to it in this video, I'm gonna still talk about the jail thing, but I'm gonna post them receipts, period. But, what else was it? Oh man, okay, so we came June 23rd, we interacted, we didn't have sex, we did have sex on April 20th, but we didn't have sex or anything, and definitely on April 20th, it was just like some rough play. I can't remember if he spent the night or if he left, I don't know. But June 23rd came, and yeah, we didn't interact. He didn't, we did some sexual things, but it wasn't, the same. He didn't try to like tamper with me and, open me up this and the third. He just wanted to get a nut off or whatever, some type of way. And so, I'm just be graphic. He came on my chest and on my breast. We were sitting in the living room. I don't know if we had any music up, but before that happened, he wanted me to come outside and stuff and all that. So I went out there and I was sitting in the car talking to him or whatever. Then he was like seemingly being playful with me. I had on a little perfume, a little fragrance or whatever, and then he was just seemingly being playful with me. I thought it was anyway. Like, I mean, and I was used to it because it was just always a little, I call it ravisher. And I ain't gonna say I like a little bit of rough play. That don't mean I want to get raped. That don't mean I want to get violated and all that. But you know what I'm saying. But he was just trying to kind of push my head towards his crotch and stuff like that. And so my earring ended up falling off in his car. And I was trying to look for it or whatever. And it was just crazy to me. And I was trying to look for it. And And before this had happened, maybe like a week or two before that, or it might, I don't know the time frame. I went to a place and a guy it was a white guy. He asked me about my earring. He asked me what it was made out of, and I actually took it off and let him. He thumped it basically like it wasn't nothing because it was wooden. I had gotten it from the beauty supply store for like $1 or two or whatever. I just liked it because it was fashionable, and he thumped it, and I don't know. That could be the same earring that fell off in that car, but anyway, he took my earring. I kept asking for it because I like my earrings. I don't care how much they cost. He wouldn't get my stuff back, and I just kept asking for it up until, so that was June of 2019. I asked for it up until September of 2019, and that's when he told me that if somebody threw it away, he threw it away, she threw it away, or something like that. Like, okay, you're why don't y'all return my stuff? And so, it pissed me off, whatever. I was trying to look for my earring and everything. He kind of just like stopped me. He kind of just was letting me know, like, don't worry about it in a sense, or he made me feel like don't worry about it. But I wanted my stuff. But anyway, so I guess she threw it away, or I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, but I kept asking for it because that was just, it felt like it was a part of me. Like, that's my stuff. Don't do that. You came over here and knocked my stuff out, and you need to do the responsible thing in return. He never did, so I never got it. So I ended up just throwing my earring away because I'm not gonna walk around with just one. Finally threw it away. I don't know when. And then, yeah, come September, I was still asking for it because he pulled up over here, but he didn't come to the house. He pulled up across the street because his relatives stay over there. Sat up under this female who is one of the masterminds and like to keep stuff started and stirred. But the night before, he had asked me for help. I still I could put the receipts up here for that too. But he asked me he said, I think I may need your help. I didn't want to help him because I already been through so much. June was the last time we interacted, and like, no, dude. Anyway, God put me in a position to assist him in some type of way, and and be used by God, even though I didn't want to. And I don't know. I guess that was God. He asked me for help, but maybe he prayed too or whatever. But maybe that was God's way of showing him, if you ask me for help, I'm gonna make sure you good. And so that was that. So but I still felt the type of way, and I felt violated and stuff like that because I'm like, dang, oh Lord, why you use me to be in position for him, and for him to still try to make me look bad and dishonor me? So I didn't appreciate it. So also in nobody came up that room. Anyway, I told my kids to go to bed, so I was hoping they wouldn't get up. But anyway, also in June of that, well, 2 days later, I saw that the girl had called me over and over. And I think I'm gonna definitely post that. I'm gonna block out part of her number, but she had called me over and over and over again because I had been with him, and I guess she was trying to question or whatever. And then I had heard a voicemail on my thing, and I heard him saying something like, she don't need to know shit, and she don't gotta, and I don't know. I was just like, this is again, he's done this before. He called me while he was at other girl house, and they trying to call me. They arguing. It's always y'all arguing over me. Why y'all ain't arguing over this first baby mama calling her phone? Why y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? Why is it me? And y'all are together physically. Why ain't y'all settled? Why do my name gotta keep coming up? Because I feel like I'm a real one, and that's just what it is, and it's more to that. But yeah, she called me. I missed the calls. I didn't even know she called, and now by this time I'm not coming back. I'm not going to talk to you about nothing. So go on. So that was 2019. So was it 2020? It wasn't 2020. So come November, so September, October. So come November of 2019, she was still pressed to let me know that she was in the picture because I still was messaging him and stuff like that or whatever, and talking to him, communicating. Still, of course, asking for money or whatever I needed to say. Wasn't interacting with him. But yeah, she was supposed to let me know that she was in the picture. She tried to act like she was offering to buy my kids stuff for Christmas, and even tried to include mention my daughter. And I'm sitting here like, girl, keep your name off my daughter. I mean, keep your mouth off my daughter, period. But definitely, I already told you regarding my boys. I said no. So I went on and I told her, and I mean, I can go on here and read exactly what I said. I might go and look it up. But I told her basically where she can go with that and where she can keep that stuff. And I told her, I mean, in a nutshell, I told her I'm not traditional. I wrote her back and I wrote him back. I said, I'm not traditional or whatever, and I don't want that stuff over here. You can take it, pretty much you can take it and shove it up your. But I told him in a separate message, I said, you go ahead and you need to pay your child support. Stop trying to buy people stuff for Christmas. You're not even interacting with these kids. Stop trying to tell your little chicks or whatever to get these kids anything. What? I don't want that. Shove that up here. And I told her where she can go, and she got offended, and she tried to act like she was responding in a nice way, but she really was a ravenous wolf. Trying to be a sheep, but she was a ravenous wolf, and she showed her true colors. That was November 24th of 2019, and that was like 2 days before the date from when he got verbally banned in 2017. So, which would have been November 26th, and he was still on the verge or whatever. So, I looked at dates, whatever. And after that, I didn't say too much to him. I'm sure I still communicated some stuff, but I didn't say too much to him. And of course, I definitely didn't sleep with him no more. None of that, none. Not since it wasn't even June. I was with him June 23rd of 2019, but I didn't sleep with him, of course, since April the 20th, 20. Or it might have been in May, but I think it was April 20th, 2019. And so I don't know what it is with him with people birthdays and all that stuff or whatever, but I don't know. I be feeling like you trying to exchange people identities or whatever. But I went on and had dreams and stuff like that. Then of course 2020 he went and utilized her to pay his child support to keep him out of jail and stuff like that. And I got a nice little lump sum of money. She had already told me that if I was getting any money, it was coming from her, and basically that I should be grateful. So I woke up on July the 13th of 2020, trying to just come up to speed. And I prayed and I asked God, God resolve this, because I still had feelings for this man and I still cared for him. January 2020, I seen him at the courthouse with her when they were together. Well, at least appearing like they were together, definitely together for him to get that money and keep him bailed out of jail or whatever the case may be. And then, and I seen him twice. I went down there twice. They were still, and whatever. I got the money or whatever. Spent it on a little bit of stuff or whatever, mainly on getting to work and stuff like that. And might have bought my kids a couple things, but I'm telling you, I had to throw that stuff away. I had to get rid of that stuff, whatever I bought, or I spent it on food and stuff like that. And I did spend it too, taking my daughter to the mall and meeting and linking up with her dad on February the 13th of 2020. But yeah, anyway, July 13th, I asked God for resolve. I still had feelings for him, even though I hadn't been with him. January, after the girl paid the money and stuff, he sent me a message saying that he was engaged. I had never heard this before. So at this point, don't know if he's truly engaged, don't know what he is, don't know if he's married, don't know if he really got kids with this person or a child or whatever, or anything. Just didn't have a clue. And so, it had hurt me to hear that, because he had said that before about the other girl, and that wasn't true. She actually had went back to her baby daddy. She told me, because her baby daddy had just got out of jail. So basically, she left him. She used him for what she used him for, while in the meantime, in between time, while her baby daddy was locked up, and then she went on. She was like, I know where home is. I played around with you. They played around with each other or whatever. But I'm the one up here getting heartbroken, because I'm really seriously invested. So yeah, with this one, he said he was engaged, and I was like, okay, you already said that regarding I was about to say the girl name, regarding this girl, the other girl. And I said, and furthermore, you and this girl don't need to be engaged, because y'all sit around lying to each other, lying on each other, whatever. But maybe that's what you're supposed to be doing. So anyway, July 13th, I prayed. I'm like, I still feel a type of way. I'm still concerned. What's going on? I still haven't been with nobody. And that's when not her address, but her zip code and her town came up on my job manifest sheet. But like I said, I prayed and asked God for resolve, and so I ended up I was going there and I didn't realize that I was going there until I was basically going there. I went to the grocery store, got me a couple of drinks. It was Monday. Who drinks on a Monday? And then I wasn't drinking anyway because I was driving people around. But I felt that morning, okay, I want resolve. I had already prayed. So this is the Spirit of God even allowing me to like relax. Because I drank my wine coolers to relax, just chill or whatever when I was drinking them. And that was that. So, and then I ran into one of my bloodline cousins there. I didn't want to speak to her. I didn't feel the need to speak to them because I don't really like them. I don't deal with them like that. It's a lot of fraudulent stuff goes on. It's a lot of fake and phony type stuff. And so I threw my hand up and spoke because I'm not just a mean nasty person. Then I was out. I wasn't trying to hold no conversation with you. Period. So then I was gone, and next thing I know, I see this little town on here. And I'm like, oh, this is the town that he in or been in or whatever. So anyway, I had the girl's address because they had done called CPS on me so many times, whoever did. And the CPS lady just got to the point. She was like, I'm getting ready to give you the information for both your children's fathers so you'll have whatever you need to be able to catch up to them, addresses and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. And up until that point, which that was October of 2019, so I had it since October of 2019, but I didn't utilize it until July of 2020. And I went, and I just, I was curious. I went and knocked on the door, and um, I knocked on the door pretty hard or whatever. I knocked on the door, just making, what I'm saying, let you know I'm out here. And I really was trying to see what's up with him because I hadn't heard from him. I ain't talked to him just in the third after he sent the lump sum of money or whatever. And he told me to stop messaging him. I stopped messaging him in January, and I left it at that. And this was before I even got the money or knew that, she paid me like a little lump sum of money or whatever. So it wasn't on nothing like that. It was just okay. I ain't got time to be. You claim you engaged, and I'm definitely staying out of stuff like that. So, which it shouldn't even be possible. It's not possible when you're already connected to somebody. So I just left, but I left it alone or whatever. Um. So yeah. Um. Went up there, and he wasn't there. I guess unless he was just laying low. She was like, do you see his car here? And I guess she was speaking of the car, the Benz that maybe she purchased from him or leased or whatever. I don't know. And I was like, his car right there. You know what kind of car he got and stuff like. I mean, she just kept saying all this little sideways stuff. Knocked on the door. She tried to literally like pull me into her house. She was like, I said, well, is he here? She was like, why? Like it was in a nasty way too. Why? And looked me up and down when I knocked on the door and stuff like that. Like, who are you? And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, but this is the same chick that keeps saying that she want my kids over here. This is the same chick that I wish you happiness and health and all this other and this. That's why. But I could already see through, and I knew it was fake because from 2018 when you already started, you was already Facebook watching when I'm not even on your friends list. So you jumping through hoops to come see my page and stuff like that, and then you talking about I'm gonna save all this for my lawyer. I don't care about females like that. Like I don't care about females to begin with like that, except for my daughter. And at one point in time, my siblings and my mom and stuff like that, but I don't care about females to begin with. So you cannot exist to me. That's how I feel. That's what I believe. Like, and then you really don't exist to me because I don't know you. Like, I don't know who you are. You understand? So anyway, um, she looked down at me. This is all in a matter of like a minute, 30 seconds, something around there. And she looked down on me. She did this and just kept saying, they can come over here. And I said, he has boys. They can come over here. Honey, I don't even got time to argue with you. So she said that. I'm like, okay, you still talking crazy. She literally reached her arm out like she was almost trying to pull me in, but like she was trying to hit at me. I mean, my reflexes is going to automatically have me swinging back. I'm not even left-handed, but I'm using my left hand to automatically swing back. And then the door, her screen door, God protected me. That's what I have to say. But she could have had a gun. She could have had anything. Her door closed or whatever, and I just was trying to get her tag number so I can know just in case you try to come around or whatever this may be. I knew what the vehicle you're driving, but I want the tag number. And I just left or whatever. She kept saying to when I first came up, you see this no trespassing sign. I didn't go into your house or anything. She never asked me to leave. She just kept saying, you see this no trespassing sign. You see this no trespassing sign. I'm like, okay, but I'm not trespassing. I'm not here. This is my first time being here, and I'm not here for nothing crazy like that. And so I left, and but as I went to the car, I always carried this hammer with me because I was catching Ubers to work, and I just never knew. And it might sound crazy, but I just did what I had to do. It was a hammer, or it was my mace, of course. And that was just what it was, or whatever. And so I after I walked, got the tag number. I was going to the car. She didn't follow me all the way out. They literally came close enough, and so I'm grabbing what I'm grabbing, and I'm like, honey, you know what I'm saying? You following me out at this point. I'm leaving. And I guess she was recording too, but I'm leaving. You're recording me leaving, and then you're coming towards me. So I'm gonna defend myself if I have to or whatever. But we had a little few words, and I was like, honey, his mama did this, that, and the third, all this. This is what I was saying as I was in the car. I did feel like I wanted to hit her, but I'm not a crazy person. I'm not going to jail for killing you over a nail, or seemingly over a nail that I'm not even dealing with up close and personal, and then leave my kids behind for this world. No, absolutely not. But I did try to act like I was gone, but I stopped. And so, but I just pulled out my little piece or whatever, and I was like, girl, don't come close to me. You already following me out here. Cause I mentioned, I was like, honey, you around him. His mama did, this did, she did, he did, whatever, whatever. And I did, and I didn't hauled off and screamed out, and you next. I didn't mean to, and I didn't mean it in a threatening way. I just meant it in an informative way. Like, honey, you see all these people that's dying around him? You basically trying to be next or whatever. And she started saying, well, what happened to him? What happened? I don't know. Natural causes and whatever else happened to him. Manslaughter and all types of stuff. Whatever the case may be. But you in that vicinity, honey, I wouldn't, yeah. So anyway, that happened. She went to press charges and said that I was trespassing. She asked me to leave, and I was trespassing. And I didn't leave. Never asked me to leave, but I left on my own. And then she also said that I threatened her and told her that she was next. And which, again, this is truthful stuff that was spoken, some of it, that part anyway. But it was not the way that I said it nor intended it. So I'm just like, girl. And so fast forward to November. I had October was crazy. My daughter's father showed up on October 3rd. Just showed up. I didn't invite him here. He, it was some crazy stuff. Then he was already saying stuff to me on the phone, telling me about what I had going on. Don't you got charges with him? This, that. So basically, y'all sitting around discussing me, you and him. Y'all discussing me, but y'all don't like each other. And I said, and don't you have charges regarding my house because you damaged my property here and you need to pay me my money. And till this day, he still got pending charges or whatever. I just, um, um, he showed up October 3rd, wanting to see our daughter and stuff like that. And let me take my daughter to breakfast. I said, not. He had already seen her on February 13th. I said, no, you good. But meanwhile, she was getting dressed. She was trying to brush her teeth and stuff, and she was gonna go out and see her dad. But by the time I closed the door, he pulled off. So I feel like you already had bad intentions. You was trying to do some other stuff. That was probably the time when he was probably gonna try to take her in. He had already had the custody thing going on. I said, nah, I'll go with y'all to go eat breakfast. He was like, you can come. I was like, oh no, you won't get me up in there. But she was getting ready, and then he just pulled off. And then so the following week, like October 9th or maybe the 13th, I don't know what day it was, her little friend shows up over here unannounced, and she was like, well, I've been trying to reach her on her tablet, but I'm blocked or something. I said, yeah, because I blocked people because she's been restricted. The little girl knocked on the door. I wasn't finna get my daughter, but I went. I just felt like, okay, what do you want to do? You want to see your so-called friend that's at the door? Okay, and she made the decision that she wanted to, so that's what she did. And the girl ended up asking her about her dad. When's the last time she seen her dad? I'm like, what kind of questions is that for her to ask? Why is that her concern? Her concern need to be about you as a friend, and it needs to be on a level age appropriate for y'all. That's not none of her business. Why she has that's grown people stuff. So I guess my daughter had told her no, even though she had seen her dad, she just didn't go with him. I'm just like, oh Lord, for one, you already pulling up over my house like you're grown. We ain't invited you, no nothing. And I usually keep the door closed. I don't even be fooling with people. So anyway, that was October. Then November came, and there was some stuff going on with me that I'm just not gonna mention because it's between me and God. But there were some things that I did, and I feel like I sinned against myself. I sinned against God, but I didn't offend anybody else. So but I feel like it opened the door for the enemy to try to bother with me and tamper with me or whatever. So then November the 3rd, election day, some sheriffs or whatever show up at my house, try to serve me with that, what she said, and I finally seen that it was false type stuff. They gave me a wrong court date, went through some stuff. I will talk about that later on some other videos, but they gave me a wrong court date and all of that, and then, I asked that person who gave me a wrong court date be held accountable because while he was here, he tried to be funny and tell me, well, if you can't make it to the court, then I can arrest you. That's the policy. If you don't like it, call your congressman. I mean, it was just so nasty. I was sitting here like, y'all so damn, I guess, smug and stuff or whatever. So I asked and told his sergeant and his supervisor, which was like, and then I went to the lieutenant. Okay, how people gonna be held accountable? And who? Oh well, we'll just let internal affairs work it out or whatever. I'm like, huh? Well, how am I gonna know that it's been resolved? This person been reprimanded. So yeah, I'm not gonna go into too many details about that right now. But anyway, November, he served me with that. November 30th, I had to go up there to the court date because I got it sorted out. And once I finally got the right court date, went up there, gets up there. I don't have a car. I'm riding Uber. We don't have nowhere for you to keep your phone. I'm asking, okay, can I keep my phone such and such? I don't, somebody turn around. I don't care where you keep it, but just can't leave it something. I'm like, okay, well, I'm an individual. I have something different going on, but I'm trying to handle whatever. This, for one, is false. It's bullcrap. I shouldn't even be up here anyway. Ended up basically getting detained for so-called disorderly conduct, illegal, to me, illegally searched and, seized and basically held hostage and put on suicide watch and all this other stuff because I would not give my name or information. Because first I was told I was detained, and then after that I was told, oh, you're arrested. So it went from detained for 8 hours to you're arrested without me even never knowing, nobody Mirandized me and all this other stuff. Like I said, I'll go into details about that one day, but that's what led to the jail type stuff. And previously I had told and showed my daughter, this is what was said, this is what's supposed to be going on. My daughter felt the type of way because I lost my job. He had called my job that day and reported, and, said he was gonna try to press charges against the company. Just crazy little stuff like it was literal crazy. But he's so hung up on, oh, you snitching and you're not supposed to be snitching, but he is one of the main snitches out here. You're undercover snitch or whatever. I'm really looking at him like, you a sick dude. But so that's that with the jail stuff or whatever and all that. And it just, again, it was his mama like started the cycle because she pressed charges on me. That time it was false charges. I got in handcuffs. I didn't get arrested, but well, I did get arrested, but like I didn't have to go up and get booked or nothing like that. They let me go, promised to appear. They ended up throwing that out of court, dismissing it because it was so damn petty and it was just mean. They didn't want me to go in front of the judge for what his mom had said, and I just feel like she was one that was spewing at me. You need to get a job. How do you expect anybody to get a job when you're helping to accumulate something on their record? So it was a lot of interference. So I'm gonna just stop right now because this is 40-something minutes, and I got plenty more to talk about, but I'm gonna stop right here.